Just thinking like
5 seconds remaining.
Sniper's item build this game. Concussive grenade will be
Yep.
kind of nice, I suppose, just for that knockback to be able to provide a little bit of protection against the Razor, but I don't think you want to be relying entirely on that. Now it's pretty obvious, like TNC need some instant gap close or some way to just get right on top of the Sniper and completely immobilize him.
Radiant
So
team banned.
honestly, something like the Clockwork wouldn't be the worst.
Dire team banned.
They might be looking to run this Razor mid into either the, well, assuming the DK.
I think Lilgun of their draft is going to prove to be quite an issue for TNC. Because if you run the Razor mid, I'm pretty sure you put Sniper mid and then go
10 seconds remaining.
like DK Grim in another side lane, Brew 5. I think even in
5
general,
seconds
Lilgun can run the Sniper safe lane and put the Brewmaster in front of it. It's going to be pretty nice with the damage over time to be able to deal with the Visage. You're mentioning the Cinder Brew. Now you got Shrapnel as well on top of that. So I think there's a big advantage. And Lilgun also have 24th pick. So TNC are going to have to reveal where these lanes are going to be played.
It does feel a little like I don't want to see TNC as like picking flex heroes for the sake of it, but it feels like Lilgun have many more options as a result of their flexibility
Radiant
because they have
team
the last
banned.
pick of the entire draft.
I think this
Dire
Sniper also
team
heavily
pick.
screws them up. Just nothing I would be expecting. But I guess looking at TNC's heroes, like you now Razor has to go Blink. You're going to be relying on Tree early Blink, but again, like Sniper can look to itemize against it. So
I mean, Lilgun seem to think that this is a Razor mid or off lane, or
10
you know,
seconds
they,
remaining.
they were going to pick a position 1 basically to be able to go into this, and I think a
5
Razor into
seconds
either a Brew or a
remaining.
DK would have been fine. So I don't know. I still think you can like just go something a little bit more aggressive. Like, are they gonna storm? I mean,
Yeah.
they're
Radiant
getting rid of
team pick.
heroes like a puck.
Indiscreet.
So I was going to say it's a pretty good spirit game. It's a pretty free spirit game in regards to their control. Honestly, I think Ember's maybe one of the worst that they could have picked though, because I think it's a very free mid lane for the Dragon Knight. You also have more things that you can purge off in regards to the
10
Flame Guard now.
seconds
The Flame Guard now. But I think that the Ember, you're not worried
5
about the
seconds
lane. You're
remaining.
looking at what this hero is able to provide you in regards to the game. Just getting on top of the Sniper, getting on top of the Grimstroke. So I think this is a game that TNC have to execute really, really well. I'm a bit concerned for them.
I mean, the only way I could see this working out for TNC, like this is going to be Krish playing the Ember Spirit. It's one of his favorite heroes, but do they put him in the safe lane just to avoid that DK lane? Because DK Ember is so heavily DK favored. Honestly, you could even put the Sniper mid, and Sniper would have a pretty good job against him as well. So, yeah, really what they just need is a little bit more lockdown, in my eyes, on Lilgun. Like, just a way to prevent them from getting onto the backlines and stopping the Sniper from doing what Sniper does best. Just the ho-ho-ha-ha and peep-peep.
All right. Well, let's see. What I was going to let a spiel out for TNC on how they win this game. Because I think there is still a very big timing for them, but we'll see what Lilgun go. Are we still thinking to core and they're going to put the Brew support?
I think so. No, I think it's a... Yes, I'll say yes. I think the Brewmaster really doesn't want to lean into this Razor lane.
I think whatever they do, your Sniper needs to have, if it's in a side lane, your Sniper needs to have like a melee hero to sit in front. So again, I consider the Abaddon, but I think into Razor, it's always difficult. Against Ember and Trent, it's kind of nice. But I also feel like they have really big issues with how they can start fights on Lilgun. If DK has a rough time, then they're going to be reliant on his Blink and just Elder Dragon form and forcing down towers, maybe even Brew Split as well. But if you don't have Scepter, then you kind of can't use the split as leisurely, I suppose. So that's my big concern for Lilgun at the moment, is how they can force these early fights.
You may
Well,
now
11
select your hero.
loves his Timber. It's going to be Sanctity playing it. He also loves his Timber. Quite some time ago when Marvel was even playing on Lilgun, they would often give Sanctity the Timber in the mid lane, like up against Conkers and very favorable matchups. So it's something he is very, very comfortable on.
And it is going to be that support Brewmaster that we were expecting. Razor going to be laning into... So it's a mid-Visage as a response to... I don't hate this.
Safe lane.
Wait, no,
Safe
safe
lane.
lane Visage. My bad. Safe lane Visage. I mean, it's better than laning into a Sniper Brewmaster for sure, right? Like, it's just you had absolutely no way to get anything out of that lane previously, but I don't think you have too much kill threat together with the Treant Protector. Like, maybe you pick off the Grimstroke, but not really feeling it too much. How do you feel about the Timbersaw laning into the Ember? Like, I know it's a Sanctity Timbersaw, and it's all about comfort, and he must feel confident with the lane, but DK felt free to me.
I think it's what the team is able to provide them in regards to the early game, because I felt like there again was going to be issues on Lilgun with how they could take these early game fights. I felt like there would have been a little bit of lack of damage, and now Timber also gives you another person to sit in the front. So I think, yes, you do kind of sacrifice the really strong DK lane into the Ember. Timber's still going to have a pretty good time. Maybe it's a little bit more even, but I just think what this hero provides Lilgun early on is something that they were very much requiring. I'm still very worried that TNC actually run over this game. I like the adaptation of giving Yolway the Visage. It gives you a little bit more options in regards to your item build. We see Danog over in Eastern Europe. He has just a plethora of item builds that he likes to go down. It could be the Scepter and Bloodthorn. He can still go for this early Wraith Pact and just look to run over the game. Even an early AC and 15 talent could be the timing. I think that's what they're looking for on TNC. I think having the Visage as a 1 is going to have more farm priority on this hero, and that is how they end the game. And I can see TNC doing it with their lineup. I think they have ways early on just to run over Lilgun before the formation is set. So I really do not hate the lineup of TNC, and I still have pack a lot issues, so I'm going to lose my mind.
Nothing I can do about that. I'm sorry, my friend. Don't worry, it'll fix itself magically during the game. I wonder if they're even going to consider, like, I mean, obviously they're going for this first blood that they need to be able to start things off. Of course, Visage, one of the better heroes to be able to go for a full 5-on-5 team fight.
Oh, we even get a double boundless as well on Kishka, but they will not run over to the Grimstroke. They're happy with getting first blood, and it is Yolway that finds it.
It's exactly what they need to be able to start things off. I think they're even considering dewarding the Observer, considering they came from that angle. Might be expecting a deward about to happen, but doesn't look like it. I'm gonna say Lilgun. Are you still TNC favored? I know you said you're scared about them running over, but are you convinced enough?
Yeah, I think they can do it. I think they can do it.
Okay. I'll go Lilgun, just to be a bit different.
I really see the angle for either side. I think if this game gets ultra late, I'm concerned with how they can deal with the sniper, because you have 3 heroes that you can put in front. And as a Brewmaster support, you can just use your ultimate and just run into the middle. And I think Sniper is a lot better of a position than what he's ever been in, especially with the concussive grenade. They did buff it up over time. I can't remember now. I think it was the cooldown was reduced by a couple of seconds, and really that was the big one.
Oh, let's go with that. It's a 10-second cooldown, so it's reasonably significant. I mean, I think in the super late game, you do have the potential, like, if Bok is able to get a good amount of farm, then, sorry, I'm just looking at this top lane. DK's already taken a good amount of harass. You do have the potential of, you know, getting your BKB plus refresher on the Razor, and then suddenly you do have a way to just run through a lot of what TNC are going to want to have coming up against you. Sorry, what Lilgun want to have coming up against you. Like, there's nothing that's really going to stop you from making a beeline for that sniper if you've got that BKB.
We'll see. This you wouldn't want it any other way. A game where we've got a sniper which can be very hit or miss, and sometimes when you're versing a sniper as well, your lineup really needs to snowball. So I think both sides. It's a very unique draft from both Lilgun and TNC, and there's definitely going to be windows for both sides to be able to take this game. So I think that's a perfect position to be in a Game 3 decider.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, right now, all Lilgun are waiting for on the bottom side of the map is that level 2 on Ace. He went the Thunderclap for the kill attempt previously, so just needs to get that Cinder Brew at level 2, and then they'll be looking to go. They might even look to use the Thunderclap to secure the last hit. Never mind. But now they've got the threat for it, so just
11?
wanting to drag this single
They
creep.
should be able to get the Dragonite top. Yolway stacking up the Soul Assumption, and yeah, they're able to find it. Wait, did DK say the naughty word? think he did. Hang on. Oh, I can't repeat it. Bottom lane, Carlo. Bok's going to be able to give him a little bit of distance thanks to targeting down 4-2-3 with the static link.
You can't threaten me with a good time and then not deliver. What was the naughty word? Come on.
No, I'm not repeating it, but it sounded...
Give me the starting letter.
The B letter. I'm almost certain he said it. Yeah, well, yeah, we can go with that. You were speaking about the creative voice lines earlier, just the interactive, heroes, and sometimes when they die, or if you enter the lane, who's dying down bottom? Carlo.
This isn't the end.
Okay, 4-2-3 and ace 12, beautifully done.
I mean, they're just going to look to consistently be doing this, right? Not too often that you see the position 1 sniper go the route where you're getting more points in the shrapnel early on. Like, 1 point is typically kind of value just to provide that little bit of a movement slow, give the vision. But in this lane, you want to be getting kill after kill after kill if you can. That's how you're going to be getting a lot of your farm and pressuring out TNC.
No. But I'm worth so much more.
Right. Able to land another shrapnel onto Bok, but he was standing far enough back that he should be able to get back to safety here.
One more
shrap. Getting any kills.
No, they're not going to go for it. Back into the shrapnel, my friend. It does do a lot of damage. 2 points already in it.
Oh, not the shared salve. Oh. Still hate it. I still hate it so much.
It's okay. At least he dropped all his stat items, so he got a little bit more effectiveness out of it.
2 more HP. You love it.
Come on now, you be playing the macro micro game. Everything has to be efficient.
I am the mayor of Value Town. I agree.
Exactly. We're gonna have some rotations coming through, just in regards to the support. Mavis trying to take away some of the runes for Sanctity, who doesn't have a bottle regardless, so not crazy importance. I think overall this game, it's really TNC that are going to put more emphasis on trying to secure the power runes for Krish. And we do see that, this matchup's not looking too good at the moment. 2 points in the Whirling Death is plenty to be able to zone away Krish, and so he's going to be relying on just trying to drag the creeps.
Bok is getting way too much out of this bottom lane. Like, just the positioning coming through from these heroes, making sure that you're not able to get these pulls off, and Bok's able to just farm right underneath his tower. Like I said before, if you go this build, multiple points in shrapnel instead of the stuff that's actually going to enable you to farm and be that damage dealer a bit more effectively, then you need kills. And right now, they're just not getting kills because of the lane positioning.
No, TNC. Good start for them overall. 1,000 net worth lead. Very minimal, of course, early on, but a lineup that really needs to have an incredible early game, and that is always set up off the back of the lane down bottom. Yeah, they're able to find Mr. Carlo. Tries to TP up, but instantly stops that. Ace 12. Well, he's not going to be able to rejoin down bottom, so this is now a bit of a window for them to maybe put some pressure onto Bok.
Pretty significant, and I mean, even just now the lane is pushed all the way down. I don't know if 4-2-3 wants to be right-clicking it consistently. It's just all going to be about keeping it as far back as he can, so yeah, it puts Bok in a bit of a difficult position. Like, he might actually need to go towards the jungle even to be able to get a little bit of farm.
Krish is
actually going to pull the wave. This is clever by Bok. He knows he can't get into the wave at all, and he just takes the long way around. Might be able to snipe the bounty rune as well, so this is really valuable movement.
Very nicely done. Stick around, there you go. Accept the bounty. I like this as well. Krish goes all the way back to base with the level 6 advantage. He was struggling mid, but is able to refill the resources. Now has the arcane rune as well, so let's see the Ember look to try and make a play on the side lane, but is continuing to avoid Sanctity. The big thing is he drags the creeps away from the catapult, so now Sanctity is going to have to go tank the tower to keep this Cardi alive. Krish... a remnant. I cannot stress enough how important it is you get rid of the catapult away from a Timbersaw. He's not the person that does damage onto the tower. It really is the creep. So it is a big window now gone for them to do a lot of damage into the mid tower. Meanwhile, top lane. 11's ventured a little bit too far forward, and well, Yoe is got the level 6 already to play with. Finds the first familiar stun into the second. 11's pretty goddamn beefy though with 3 points in the Dragon's Blood, but that will not stop the sole assumption as Yoe already up to a killing spree.
Yeah, nice rotation coming up towards the top side, realizing that, you know, if the lane is just completely unlaneable on the bottom side, you may as well go make something happen elsewhere on the map, and that's exactly what Carlo did with the slow and the stun coming through. So, yeah, just another good movement again from the position 4 from TNC. Looks like he just wants to rejoin again, play around this this cliff ward that he's got. Get a quick kill onto Kishka. This would be real value.
Should be able to make it an easy kill. Beautifully done. Meanwhile, mid lane, they were trying to make an attempt on the Ember. Sanctity. Oh, hang on. Bottom lane, 4-2-3. Can he get the TP out? Buck at least does shove 4-2-3 out of lane. He only TP'd back to the tier 2 tower, though, so we'll be able to come back shortly. How do you feel like TNC are able to deal with Sanctity this game? Because he's had a incredibly free lane. So I'm curious on how you feel like TNC can identify this big issue that they've got. On the retreat in the remnant, Kishka has got the first and should have to follow up afterwards thanks to the Inkswell finding the connection. Kishka beautifully done, reading that Sanctity's putting enough pressure on where his natural body is, and he's waiting anticipation at that remnant location.
In terms of dealing with Sanctity, I think they have damage to be able to take him out. Like, he got a good amount of magic coming through from the Ember Spirit once he picks up that Maelstrom. You've obviously got the Overgrowth to hold him in place. Soul Assumptions are going to be coming out. So, I don't know. I think they've got the potential for it, but
Mid lane, Krish.
Everything needs to go right.
Gonna jump into the river, but instant use of the Phantom Embrace, but Boundless is gonna hold back Lilgun. They're gonna put all their attention to try and deal rid of Kishka, but you need to respect the damage that comes out from Sanctity. Now, he doesn't have any trees to be able to play with, so the damage from the Whirling Death, not as much as what he would be hoping to turn this trade.
And there's another factor that we haven't talked about quite as much. I mean, you're playing a Timbersaw into a tree and a Monkey King, so your ability to take care of those trees is obviously going to be hugely beneficial.
You love to get some free kills over to the sniper, and you also love to get some free kills over to the support Brewmaster. Always very important to be able to find some of these early items and just in general levels as well.
Yeah, honestly, even just having the urn is such a big benefit, right? And then I'm sure he's just going to go boots, straight axe after that.
Alright, there we go. Early T1 tower claimed, no catapult required. And this is now going to give them an opportunity to maybe push top next if they want to with the next Elder Dragon form, or they will have at least the option to TP down bottom to protect 423, who's in trouble for the moment. Mavis with the backstab. Box going to easily enter with a static link, but Mavis wasn't able to body block the sniper enough, and now with the reinforcements showing up, they'll easily deal with Mavis, and they'll get the +1 on top of that. It's exactly what I was mentioning. You could go top with the Elder Dragon form, or you can go bottom, protect the sniper, and also put some pressure onto the tower.
Yeah, it was a nice TP rotation through from 11. There was a little bit of luck to it as well. You know, Ace 12 was just happened to be walking around the area at the time where he was able to get that initial save through the Cinder Brew. Otherwise, 423 would have died before 11 was actually able to connect. So, wonder how long they're going to stay. They've got the Siege Creep here and available. And, you know, up against a Treant Protector, I'm always of the mindset that you just need to full-on commit. Otherwise, he's just going to make all of your hard work all for nothing.
We're seeing that's going to be the case. Box going to rejoin down bottom. I think one thing we've got to keep our eyes on is Yoa. He is free farming on the Visage 4-0, top of the net worth, an instant rush of the Orchid as well. So I have to imagine this is kind of the build that we've seen Dahak go for a lot with the Visage. Just the Orchid, Ags, maybe into the Bloodthorn if he wants, but this is going to be just TNC looking to get a lot of control on the map in regards to objectives, and then once they claim the objectives, should be able to give them much more of an opportunity to find kills. I still don't know how you deal with Sanctity.
Wait, that Orchid's going to go a long way, so it's really important with them having spotted him out recently. They want to make an aggressive play onto him so that he doesn't get that, and Sanctity's already got the Yule Scepter queued up just to be able to provide that extra little bit of a safety net.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Bottom lane, you're going to see Sanctity really recognizing his role this game, and it's to be expected. Should be able to get another kill onto the board. Mavis, can he just juke through the trees with the abilities being on cooldown? No, not going to be the case. I think this is, again, Sanctity has a incredible Timbersaw. It's something that they put a lot of emphasis on through some other iterations of this roster. So I'm not surprised at all that he knows exactly what he needs to be doing on the map.
It does feel like go time, though, doesn't it? TP coming up top from Yoe, just finishing up that Orchid. Wants to get that free pick off onto even a support with the Brewmaster. If he can go down, you can probably get some damage in onto this tower.
Beautiful.
Orchid reveal, not amazing, but if you're able to, again, convert it into an objective, then it's going to be well worth it.
Yeah, that's the main thing. I cannot stress enough that this Orchid, if you don't have a map to play with, like, you are very reliant on TNC for going for pickoffs. So if you're unable to find these early towers, you also should be able to get this because you know Sanctity's TP is on cooldown. Like, he went bottom to try and protect the tier 1. I'm really surprised they are not committing for it, but maybe hesitant with it being back up shortly. So they should be able to get it afterwards to the next Great Wave.
No one's really tanky on their lineup right now. Sanctity is going to make the rotation, but it's going to be a little bit too late. And that's actually a valuable piece of information to know. Like, I really wouldn't be surprised to see them just immediately make the rotation down towards bot.
Look at the lines.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing holding them back is a TP on Yoe, still 15 seconds cooldown, so they're going to use the smoke just to move faster towards the other side of the map. I mean, mid would be an even greater prize.
TPs are really an important commodity. There's Carlo and Yoe stepping into the mid lane. A Shrapnel trying to buy some space, and Kishka's actually not going to tick out to the Orchid. And now you've kind of made this attempt around top, so Sanctity can always connect. So, yeah, they got a... I feel like they got a little bit too antsy there with trying to go for the Grimstroke instead of just making this play happen, but...
I don't mind them going onto the Grimstroke again if they were actually looking to commit onto that mid tower, but, you know, maybe with the fact that they weren't able to take him out, there was a sniper that revealed himself with the Shrapnel, they just felt a little less keen about doing it because, you know, even though they didn't lane into each other and they went for this level of flexibility with their draft, it's still a sniper and, you know, a Grimstroke and a Brewmaster into the Visage. Visage is just so squishy if they're able to get onto it.
Top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Feels like we are definitely building up, though, for a gigantic mid-game fight. Mavis is finding his farm. Going to be a pretty good Blink Dagger timing. We'll see his kill involvement. 0, 2, and 5. Nothing crazy. You got Bach working on a BKB.
Very nice Inkswell, Ag Shard timing. Kishka might be about to die, never mind. But going to get it right on the 15-minute mark. DK, Blink Dagger, 100 gold away, so Lilgun, they're in prime position.
Never refuse gold.
423 is getting a crap load of farm. So he's got Hurricane Pike, Shard, which... We'll see, man. Like, it is a very good sniper game. Dude, you're gonna have to... Like, what you're hoping for in TNC is, one, either just running over this game, or Bok getting very farmed on the Razor, where he can go down a Blink, maybe, like, third item. Maybe goes BKB Refresher into Blink. Maybe one item afterwards, but you gotta get on top of the sniper and make sure you lock onto him. So, probably gonna see, like, some of the supports on Lilgun itemized defensively. Maybe Kishka will consider, like, a 4-staff.
And so I'm just... TP's coming in top. 11 has to be a little bit careful here as they set up with the Orca going in onto him and the Tree Protector even looking to join in.
Yeah, Brew's gonna pop the split though for the moment, trying to buy a little bit of space, but 11 still will go down. They'll turn to beat into Carlo next, and with the Cyclone up on the Visage, Yoe's not gonna have too much involvement. Overgrowth used defensively to buy some time, but oh, you really got to be cautious about Sanctity on the prowl as the Timber leaping towards the outer skirts of the tower, but they just blow up the Ember. Where'd the health pool go on Krish?
Yeah, it's that silence coming through. Even just the level 1 Phantom's Embrace was enough to be able to deal with him for that couple of seconds that you need. This is the damage potential that they have on Lilgun's side, and well, they just have to commit so much to be able to take out that DK. All these items just coming in for both teams, honestly, at the exact same time. You know, the Blink Dagger, the Aghanim Shard, the Dragon Lance, the Spirit Vessel, now nearly finished up by Carlo, Maelstrom on the Ember Spirit. Like, everything's all coming at once. BKB on Bok. Like, this game is about to get blown wide open. Looks like they might even want to go a little bit more into the late game on TNC's side. I know you were worried about them just running over Lilgun, but
oh, this is a big pick. They don't have overgrowth to be able to protect him at all. Again, another hero's health pool just getting evaporated, and like you said, a big kill streak to find. Oh, Sanctity. Sanctity! He's gonna find him! Oh, man, he was trying to hide under the tree line, but Sanctity's timber continuing to be an issue.
If I'm being completely honest, the fact that it was a timber against two heroes that really needed trees was the thing that pushed me over the edge to want to support Lilgun instead of TNC with this draft. And we just saw it there. That was one of the big reasons why you can't have this extra layer of safety that you previously would. Who do you even give this to? I mean, sure you give it to Sniper, right?
Yeah. There's definitely arguments for Sanctity taking it, and I would not be surprised. Yeah. But then again, yeah, I probably would. Yeah, looks like 4-2-3. They're coming from TNC.
Well, they're a bit late.
They are a bit late. They're going to look to still take the fight. It's an incredible overgrowth holding 3. Carlo's going to give them firm control of the area as well with the Wukong's command, but it looks like Lilgun, they're going to take the fight right into it. They don't give a damn about the ultimates getting dropped. Chris able to dodge the assassinate. Sanctity's still on the prowl, but won't run into anyone for the moment. Gonna pay some respects now, Lilgun.
No split, so they have to get out.
Yo, way. We're going to run into Ace. Doesn't have the scepter yet completed. Silent as the grave, so we'll not be able to chase down the Brewmaster. Alright, so there we go. Lilgun find the Aegis, giving that one over to 4-2-3, and in the end it is a 1-for-1 for an offlane trade for a position 5.
Yeah, the DK isn't having a great time with farming, right? And he is only going to be able to catch up once he finishes up that Aghanim shard, so a lot of these easy deaths, I suppose you could call them, they really don't work out in his favor. So, very important for them, perhaps on Lilgun, to just try and create a bit of space with the rest of the heroes, or commit with everyone, just to allow him to get that farm accelerant. Looks like he's got it coming out to him now. Maybe bring him up to level 12, have the Ogre Axe, and then look to have him connect to the rest of the team. Again, though, that fireball from the Aghanim shard, it's just another way to deal damage over time into the Visage. Even just another thing to get through the Flame Guard as well. And they know that there's no Fortify either. So really only the Living Armor protecting this mid tower for now.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's gonna barely protect it as well. Look at this bottom power room. We're gonna have a fight. Carlo jumps in. But they were waiting anticipation as Lilgun smoked his 3, trying to connect to bottom. Happy with the Carlo kill, because it is also leading into an objective as Sanctity in 4-2-3. Should be able to find this one easily. Living Armor's proving to be a bit of a nuisance.
Just again, being a timber store against these tree heroes. I mean, they can. I'm not sure if it's the best option, though. The Elder Dragon form, it has half duration left, and oh, you got the Siege Creep. I didn't even realize that, so yeah, absolutely.
So without the items, a couple 100 gold away from Visage completing the Aghanims, but again, this is a build that it's not a team fighting build. It's a build where you're looking to get pickoffs, and if they're grouped up on Lilgun, that's not kind of the fight you want for a Visage. This is not going to be easy for them at all.
A bit scared, though, and considering they didn't protect that Siege Creep with the body, Yoe is going to have the Aghanim Scepter now. Doesn't want to waste his TP, though. He's just going to run all the way back.
Box gonna... What? You can't charge in the middle. BKB expanded. It's going to use it very defensively.
Yoe on the back line.
Alright. You've already used a lot, though. I feel like you need everything to win an Aegis fight. They're going to look to enter onto the Brewmaster. It's a key component if they can get rid of the Primal Split, but Ace 12, he gets it off in the nick of time, and now they're in trouble. Leashing 2 heroes together in 4-2-3. It's just having a free fight. Bringing down heroes left, right, and center. They'll turn to Bok next. The Rays are not long for this world. The only way they can turn this engagement is off the back of buybacks, and well, that'll be too late to be an X Factor.
Just looking to commit in further. Now they've got the level 2 on the Elder Dragon form. they're just going to be able to chunk through these racks. 11 not splitting up the damage, just getting the corrosive breath going. Trying to hold this one out for long enough, but I mean, you've still got a minute left on the Aegis. There's no reason to back off right now if you're Lilgun.
Got Ember up in 5. They are still setting up for this backstab. Gonna go for the Grimstroke instead. Should be an easy kill than before, but the Visage! Oh my lord, not long for this world. Now Krish might be in trouble as well. The remnants of the tier 4 tower. You got plenty of time to work with the Aegis. Brock's back alive though. But he doesn't have BKB for the moment, so Brock's got to be pretty cautious. Back to base he goes. Not the one singular tree. Oh my god. Dude, 423 almost forced off that tree down as well.
They didn't notice the tree standing on top of the tree.
423. Carlo's on the prowl. Hang on a second. TNC are also coming outside the base.
Prowling.
I don't think Sanctity is killable. Got some Spirit Vessel charges. But Absorb's always a potential. Alright, they've run into 11, but it needs to be onto 423, and the sniper has a double damage rune for this fight, so as soon as they see that, TNC recognize they cannot continue this skirmish. To north goes Krish. Meanwhile, Sanctity is chasing towards the triangle. 11, he's back in. TNC started the fight on the Dragon Knight, and it's going to be 11 that ends it.
They're just able to catch up to these targets so consistently, right? They got multiple avenues to do it. With the Timber Chain, with the Blink Dagger, of course, and just being enabled even further by the Grimstroke restricting the enemy movements. It just feels so much easier for them to take a lot of these fights. You know, in theory, TNC's draft does work, but I just feel like this sniper just breaks everything that they're trying to go for here.
You reckon it was a sniper? I thought it was the Timber that broke this game.
It's a bit of both.
Yeah. Sanctity is godlike. 325 minutes in. His Timber is... honestly, everyone on Lilgun, again, have looked really solid. 8,000 net worth lead. They're even posturing for high ground. Because we almost have a Scepter completed on an Ace 12. This is a support brew. It's getting all the... Oh, alright, they got a gem. The Courier, so...
That doesn't help it when you're base.
Silver Linings, Danog, come on, man. You'd hate for Bok to force a BKB early, but Sanctity is not going to continue in pursuit.
Alright, so third time, do you think they're going to know that Yoe is going for the backstab? It looks like 11 has that thought in mind. He's even playing underneath his Sentry Ward, making sure that he's not going to come from the back line.
Look at Sanctity. Man, he wants a high five in the middle of it all. They're doing a lot of damage on him at the moment. 11's going to try and jump, but the Overgrowth holding them back. Still, they're not onto the sniper, so 423 standing his ground, getting all the damage off they will require. TNC with the BKBs on cooldown. They've got to be cautious how long they continue to take the fight. As Ace 12 with the split. Cycling up the Ember for the moment. Back to objectives they go, but Yolway gonna try and get on top. Sniper they go. There we go. Carlo jump as well with the Wukong command. Carlo should be enough damage with the control coming out as well. They're gonna even TP in. 423's in the middle of TNC's territory. Not a position you want to be in, but it looks like regardless, Lilgun, they are way too far ahead as TNC don't have the answers. Or maybe they do for the Brewmaster.
Yeah.
Where's Sanctity? Oh, he's coming. Maybe they'll look to get out.
He's coming. Oh, Lord.
Alright.
Alright. Well, you've hit level 15 on the Brewmaster, so just providing that little bit of extra duration, you would assume, for the Cinder Brew. It's doing a great job against the Visage so far, and picking up the Aghanim Scepter is great. They're looking to try and take out 11. I mean, he's really the only one that's suffering so far this game. And, well, if they make another engagement onto him with that Silent as the Grave and the Orchid, it'll be another super valuable kill for them with the Spirit Vessel as well.
Huh.
So the pick-off potential is still there. It's just, can you pick the people up
Bok
before they go onto your high ground?
BKB up in a couple of seconds. Oh! The right
what a whack.
You never expected Timber to have the finishing blow with a right click. That is that odd occasion.
That is an aggressive movement,
yeah, Carlo and Krish. They're both leashed together now. Chris gonna look to finish his meal on Kiskren and run then out. Do so with the slight, just evades that attempt, but can they get anything on Lilgun now? And you got 2 heroes put in the grave.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you still need to be mindful of the glyph that they've got back up and available. Backdoor won't be disabled, but I don't know. I feel like you just got to keep forcing this, right? Your strength is right now. Like I was saying before, if you're able to get this refresher on the Razor, you have that turnaround potential, and he's only 1 component away. Might be that second Aegis that they're just looking to secure for themselves. So the goal right now, of course, if you can get some high ground towers, that's fantastic, but it's just holding the Razor in the base, making sure he's not able to farm. Seen some good assassinates come out from 423 as well. What's the difference between assassinating someone and just, like, murdering them? Is it, like, how important they are?
I feel like assassination is, usually I feel like it's the story behind it. Story may be the wrong way to put it, but just if it's a high-value target or something like that, you assassinate
so is that like...
Yeah?
Is that like a new burn then? Like if someone like... You're not assassination material, you're just a murder.
I mean, I suppose so. I think there's not a... Well, I guess there are a lot of people, honestly, but... Well, no, more than... I'd say there's a lot of people in the murder category than the assassination one.
You gotta be truly important, you know?
Yeah, hate to see it. Obviously not you. I'm under that category though. For things
you know, I'm nice to you. I'm nice to you all the time, and then this is how you repay me.
Oh, you wouldn't even know why I'm in that category. Crazy stuff. Cannot share that information though. We got a fight coming out. TNC. Oh, this is really... You can't let this Roche go.
Prince of Melbourne, as they come in on TNC, looking to make the attempt. I don't think they can though. The damage is just way too quick into the Roshan.
You're always going to try and enter up a look. Observe what centric combination is able to scout out the Visage, and without the Gravekeeper's cloak, he's not long for this world. A beautiful use of the concussive grenade, as well as 423 breaks the static link, force stuffing up to the higher ground, but they will not have an answer to the BKB TP out. As we got the Aegis picked up on the sniper. I didn't see where the shard went as well, but TNC down 2 heroes and high ground soon to be under siege.
I believe they gave it over to Sanctity. Monkey King tried to go for the steal on both the Aegis and the shard, but wasn't able to get either.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
So that certainly helps with what was a little bit of a slow tower push previously.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
So what's it like to be the prince of a city?
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Tell you what. Again, I can't share this information.
It's classified.
It is classified information. The party is always around though. I mean, that is... I don't know if that's a me thing.
Where's my invite though?
Like a loser like you wouldn't know.
What is this meanness?
No, nothing's wrong, man.
It was my birthday a few days ago, and then you just rip into me. I don't have many days left in this world.
Oh, I know, freaking boomer. Jesus Christ. Man's getting arthritis already. See? Box? Well, you can try and charge in the middle, but towards the north. Sanctity's doing all in regards to the damage, and now Bok is completely split from the team. Assassinate shouldn't be enough, just the living armor, but the fireball takes him out. Oh, right, back on the Razor. And soon to be a second.
Would you say Bok was murdered?
Well, hang on, man. That's a bit of a... What are you doing to him? Wait, he's not famous enough to be assassinated?
Not this game, that's for sure.
Hate to see it. Hate to see it for the lads on TNC. Soon to be mega creeps and soon to be series over as Lilgun might be able to book their position further in the top of the table. This is going to... yeah, I don't think you come back from megas. They don't have the lineup to be able to do so. Not 32 minutes in anyway. Get out the base.
Visage does not deal with defending.
Oh,
and, well,
he's
quick fingers.
not going to be alive for too long. Yeah, this is just letting them start to surround the Visage instead. Ember and Tree Protector at least buying some time, but it will come at a grave cost to die back on the Tree Protector. But they're trying to jump the sniper, but he's still got the ages. Even if you get him the once, now you're going to get him the second time. There's now box chase back to the fountain.
Radiant's courier
It's like the T4 tower is
Just
now...
the itemization. Yeah, it's been really solid, right? Every single time that the Razors tried to go onto him,
Dude,
even with this
sanctity.
pressure.
Dire's middle tower
What's he
is
doing?
under
Is he just
attack.
planted the flag right in front?
Just spam dropping the flag.
Why not? But yeah, every time the Razor's gone onto the sniper, it's always been he gets force stuff, and then the concussive grenade, and then suddenly not anywhere near as effective. See you later, Yoi.
And see you later, box afterwards as well. Back he goes with the BKB. Oh, they're even tipping him. Come
Dire's
on.
middle tower is under
You
attack.
haven't put him in the grave enough.
Lanes are kind of shoved. So, well, not shoved, but backdoors there. But this just feels like this is a slow torture.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Ace is almost a higher net worth than your Razor. It's a goddamn position 5 Brewmaster as well.
Dire's middle tower.
One last attempt. One last team fight for TNC. But again, Sanctity looks pretty untouchable. So they're just going to look to avoid him instead. Trying to get on top of the Brewmaster to make sure that split is not a factor, but the Boundless Strike too late. Ace gets the ultimate off, and 4-2-3, he wants another high five as well. Lilgun, they are feeling themselves towards the end of this game, and well-deserved GG is out as Lilgun continue with their flawless run so far in the summer tour. They're going to move on to 4-0 and claim that top spot.
Easy points, easy prediction coming through for Lilgun. Never in doubt. Thank you, chat, for listening to me. But looks like the Prince was wrong yet again with another prediction as we come on through. It's such a big, important victory, right? Like, it's an important result, let's say. Like you said before, 4-0 now for Lilgun, and TNC 1-3. So, obviously last season they narrowly avoided dropping out of Division 2, and, well, I don't want to say they're hanging on by a thread, but it's going to be a rough battle for them to be able to be in one of those not last 2 spots.
Because it's really scary for TNC with the fact that they lost against one of the teams they're probably going to be competing with not being relegated against, which is Summit. The fact that they lost versus this team it's really going to come to haunt them, I think, towards the later stages. So we are going to get 11 to join us with the interview. It's going to be a very quick interview, though. We do have to kind of get things moving with Division 1 up shortly, but...
Chop, chop.
Chop, 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 chop. But for Lilgun, man, this is... Again, we did kind of say that this is a team that have... Their first 3 series was against all the open qualifier teams, again, made in Philippines, though, looking pretty solid, 2-2. But now Lilgun are really going to start to verse some tricky opponents. So they get a nice little appetite on TNC, which I still think they have a good team, they have a good roster, but something is not clicking for them, unfortunately. So hopefully in the later season, they're able to find their groove, but at the moment, it's been a rough start.
It has, for sure. I mean, Lilgun know exactly what it's like to be one of those teams where your heroes are just banned out every single time in the first phase. That we see the Lycan, the Brood Mother gone in the first phase. Well, TNC, with Krish playing the Mars the way that he does, he certainly is in that sort of boat. So,
All right. Yeah, we got 11. I'll drag him in. I'll let you lead with the questions. We only have a couple here for him. So 11, hello, are you there? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Well, thank you firstly for joining me. Danog has a couple questions for you.
Okay.
Yeah, I actually want to ask you nothing about the game, but your voice lines that came through with the Supporters Club. We saw Yoe asked 423, and it said that it was him that did the recordings. Is that something that you guys decide as a team as to what voice lines you have as a team, or is it something that one person just took charge of it?
So we discussed with the team, and our back team worked on it, and we sent 10 of them, but they chose randomly, and Only we send like a lot of Mongolian lines, but only one are accepted.
I see. Were there any ones that you wanted to get in that weren't
Ye-
allowed in?
yes, there was a lot of like there was a lot of good stuff. Like we wanna like show us how Mongolian sounds to other people, and we try to uh put the Mongolian words in. So, last season they didn't accept our voice line, so we added some English voice lines to just make sure.
Okay, so you wanted to get something in there,
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah,
and all right. So if you buy the Lilgun supporter pack, make sure you're spamming the Mongolian voice line as
yeah,
well. Is
yeah.
what
We
we're
really
saying.
love that. It has a good meaning.
Sounds good. What does it mean?
Yeah.
Just so that people are aware.
So it just means like he got swollen, like it means like it was a good fight and they got like injured or something like that.
Sounds good. Sounds good. How about you, Aries? Any
Uh,
questions?
11, I just have one question for you. I'm intrigued on what the motivation is like in the team after kind of your guys' performance in Tour 2.
Can you say it again?
What's kind of the motivation like with the team and I guess kind of how everyone's mindset is after the results of Tour 2?
So you're talking about the TNC game, right?
No, it's
The
the
yeah.
season two. In season two of the DPC, you
Okay,
guys
okay.
didn't get
So
top two. So what are you guys thinking about now? Have you had to change anything, or is it
no,
more of the
no.
same?
For season two, we're just practice so hard and we're ready for Division One.
Okay. Okay, well, beautiful. Well, with how you guys are looking 4-0 start, you're definitely on the tracks to be able to be promoted.
I I have one more question, really quick.
Okay, okay.
It's something for Discord. I can see that your avatar is the rogue symbol from the old Warcraft games. Is that something that you guys play in your downtime, or is that just something that you're a fan of?
That's the game I used to play. I really love.
Ah, very good. All right, cool, cool. So
There you
you're a
go.
rogue main. Got it.
Okay,
All
thank
right,
you.
11, thank you very much for your interview. Congratulations, mate.
Okay.
Okay, beautiful. There we go, Danog. That's our first series done and dusted for the night. Of course, we have 2 more best of 3s as well. We're going to be moving over to Division 1. RSG taking on Team SMG is our next series. We're going to have a short break, and when we come back, the panel will be live to set ourselves up for what will be an exceptionally exciting series. We'll see you guys then.